All right, good. So, it made me think. From anyone. You can have a seat or say something, whatever.
It made me think that following the story as you went was a little bit difficult, but fun at the same time. Like, it's interesting to see what they came up with and what I came up with my little ring.
Well, I felt bad because halfway through we changed places. I was like, well, there goes that. Oh well.
I thought that was really neat, becoming the different things, and like also like working with different people. Like at one point I became part of the octopus, and then I became your shell, and like things like that, and like morphing, and like when they were changing, like when we were like really listening, like that really worked, and it was really neat.
It made me think of how effectively we can create place and mood on a budget. But and how having human bodies do it instead of having like the backdrop changes and it's amazing and beautiful, how having real life up there representing these things means more.
I'm obsessed with two things. One, the snail that you guys created, and two, the underwater pet ball that was going on. It's really exciting.
It reminded me of the clutter and how we use people and the power of using people as different things like that.
I think it makes it feel more real because in reality, when you just, well, it wouldn't really be a talking fish, but like there's other things going on. There, you know, you're not just sitting there. There's people behind you moving around. Things are happening.
I like the feel of it too because we're forced to interact with each other, not just like with what's going on in the scene, but also behind the scenes. Like we have to have a constant exchange with one another in order to still be a part of it and to still create and make something new.
Going up what he said, like I was a shark and I was just like swimming, doing my own thing, and then he saw me turn around and start running, so I started chasing him. Like that's fun. Like,
I love how it paralleled what Amanda was talking about earlier about the clutter, like from being clutter to coming up to being the people or whatever. There was something cool about being the fish, and then you just like turned, and all of a sudden you were like kids, and then I was learning. So then what happens if the fish go away, and then the two kids are talking, you know, and then like kind of
That's so cool.
If the play evolved in that way.
I enjoyed how you listened the second time. Because there was a moment when they jumped into the tank and you all stopped.
Yeah.
Everything, they jumped in and it went, and then turned into the zoo, and it was really nice.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's fun getting to play around with the scene also instead of just watching it and like being part of it.
Yeah, I think part of it's fun.
I did think it was also interesting that the movement from the ocean to the tank, because I saw all of you suddenly felt confined and restricted. Like when you were in the ocean, there was this exploration, there was this big movement, and from the moment you were in the tank, I saw like everyone was like, oh, I'm in this tank. Like I don't know if you did it on purpose or not, but there was like a group like, we're in a tank.
To add on to that, I really liked that like we have the ability to almost like give an environment character. Because we're allowed to, you know, we can choose the energy level of the environment, we can choose the motion of the environment, we can choose how the environment sounds. There's like all of these different levels that almost make it its own, like a character would be. So.
And we have so many entries that are almost completely about the environment, you know, that tapping into that is going to be important and exciting, I think, to play with.
I think the balloon was cool, not to like do my own horror, but like just finding something simple, like, and just adding it to it, because I thought it was good for the ocean, but because I was like, how do you put fun into this? And that's why I was
I like that.
Blah. So yeah, so it was simple and balloons are cheap, and yeah.
I like that we got to do it again because the first time we did it, I was an elephant the whole time. Okay. So, like knowing like what you wanted out of it, or like what we wanted to see out of it, it helped.
Yeah, like also I got caught and I was flapping around on like the deck of a boat for like a couple minutes.
Nice. Let's see another one.